So what does it mean to have Chiari malformation as far as everyday life? Well, my skeleton, he's falling apart, and I know kind of how he feels. Those of us with Chiari sometimes feel like that too. Chiari, as I mentioned, is a misformation of the skull. Your brain gets too big for the bones, and there's all kinds of pressure. If you can imagine, you know, if a balloon blows up and down within its own space, it's fine. But stick that balloon inside a glass, for example, and you blow it up as far as you can. Well, even when you're blowing in and out, it's just pressure, 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 pressure. So as you can imagine, probably the biggest symptom would be headaches. For some, they're not that big of a deal. For some, they're debilitating. Some people have blackouts. They pass out. They have excruciating pain whenever pressure gets continual, like gets bigger, like sneezing, laughing, things like that. Even when the barometric pressure changes outside, sometimes that can make things worse. There are a bunch of other symptoms, though, as well. And the reason is because at the base of your skull is where your spinal column is, and your spinal cord is, and all your spinal fluid is supposed to be going in and out. And if there's not enough room in there, things getting plugged in there, your brain squeezing out in there, it's going to cause a lot of problems. The neurosurgeon that did my surgery talks about, you know, here's your little hole in your axis bone in your C1 and your C2, and you know, you're supposed to have enough room for stuff, your spine, your spinal fluid, your spinal cord, all the nerves that go from your brain to everything in your entire body. There's supposed to be some room there. He said yours is like a cork. It's just stuck. And when that happens, obviously you're going to have problems because all the nerves going to your whole body, trying to get your body to function, to respond to life, to be able to deal with things, to heal from diseases, there's a problem there. There's a clog up, there's a back up. If you've ever been in Atlanta traffic, when there's a bottleneck, it's not very pleasant. So the symptoms for having this can be anything, which is why, probably one of the reasons why it's very difficult to get a good diagnosis, because you might get all these other diagnoses instead, or all your test results might come back normal, and so you're supposed to be fine. For me, you don't even want to know the list of symptoms that I had, but I did have surgery, changed everything. For some people it doesn't. Some people, you know, maybe it might even make things worse, or it might do nothing at all. So, what does the surgery mean? Well, that'll be on to video number 3.